Hello my lovelies, how have you guys all been doing? I know, I suck. I haven't been around in quite some time. I think I posted something in November? Maybe? November? Was that when? What can I tell you? I have been a horrible booktuber. I haven't been getting a ton of reading done. I amazingly finished 2 real books this month of December, and I thought I would do a year-end wrap-up of all of the things, I guess. If you guys are all wondering why possibly I've been a really horrible booktuber slash reader, well, you know, there was finally a something happen. This is the baby. It's finally happened. So that is, I have a blanket, it's cold in here. That is partially a big reason why I have been not keeping up with being a good booktuber. I am 18 weeks pregnant, and for the first 3 months especially, I was so tired. I was just sleeping a ton. And so reading wasn't happening, booktubing wasn't happening, literally nothing was happening. It's amazing we got anything done at all. There's a lot of baby research and things I've been working on. I moved sort of into a different room. We moved our older kid into the room I was using, and then we just have a whole bunch of crap in here right now till the baby comes and we have it kind of sorted out and figure out what we're doing with ourselves. Next week I get to find out if it's going to be a little girl or a little boy, and if it's healthy in there. I'm really hoping it's healthy, and also I think I'm hoping for a girl, but I will change my mind. And realistically, I don't really care. Either way, it will be good. So, 2015, my year of books in review. So, my goal for the year 2015 was 50 books, and I thankfully made it. I read 57 books, which I'm pretty proud of. The top 5 books I read in the year 2015 were, in no particular order, Red Rising by Pierce Brown. I like the first one quite a lot. The second one, I like most of it, but the first book really got me into it, and I'm excited for the third book to come out in February. The second was Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson that I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed all 3 of that trilogy. I know it continues, but it's not with the same characters, and I just haven't gotten to it yet. But we will one day, very soon. Next is A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. I know that it's not quite in the same realm of Mistborn for type of book, but I enjoyed it quite a lot, and I read it super quick. That's a winning factor sometimes for me. The fourth book I really enjoyed reading this year was The Wise Man's Fear by Patrick Rothfuss. I read the first book quite some time ago, and now just wait on that third book. You know, because who knows when that will ever come out. And the fifth book I really enjoyed this year was The Dream Thieves by Maggie Stiefvater. I think I enjoyed it just as much as I liked the first book, and it really held on to being super original. With The Dream Thieves, the second book in the Raven cycle, it carried its own with its own kind of little story going on, as well as the main story plotline going on as well. You know what I mean. So those were my top 5 this year. Now let's talk about the 5 worst books I've read this year. I was going to put The Maze Runner, but I kind of enjoyed The Maze Runner. But the sequel, The Scorched Trials by James Dashner, were horrible. I'm not super big into, spoiler a little bit, zombie-esque ideas. So for me, it was just really horrible and kind of confusing and kind of stupid. And I literally just forced myself to finish listening to that audiobook. It was that bad. I had to force myself. And if I had been listening to it on audiobook, I would have just canceled. I would just stopped. So I will not be continuing on with the James Dashner Maze Runner trilogy or whatever it is. Second book this year that was super not good, and I don't know if this is just because I had heard so much hype about it and I was so excited about having an arc of it that it really disappointed me, but it was Hunter by Mercedes Lackey. If it had been her first book she ever wrote, I might have given it more higher of a rating, but because of how many flaws there were, and then it's a standalone, maybe that wasn't a standalone, whatever, it just was not good. So I had to give it such a bad rating. I was very unhappy with that book. The third book this year that I really did not enjoy, but I only gave it a chance because so many people were talking about it. I know it's not my type of book, and I wasn't really too surprised I didn't enjoy it, was The Martian by Andy Weir. I haven't gone and seen the movie because I hate which one? Who's in that one? Matt Damon. I'm not a big fan of him. I feel like he's a super D-bag, so I will not be watching the movie either, because why would I want to follow Mark Watney for even 1 second more? Not my type of book. The fourth book this year that it started out really interesting, I was really into, and then it just went so weirdly, was Magonia by Maria Davana Headley. I have these all written down and they're just, it's been a long time since I've talked about them and it just got weird. Maybe when the sequel comes out, if it comes out, I will still try that out. It wasn't so horrible, I wouldn't, but I feel like there was way too much missed in that book at 100 pages and it would have been great. Maybe. And the fifth and final book I did not enjoy this year was Fire Study by Maria V. Schneider. It's part of the Study series. It's the third book. I read the first and second book super quick and was really enjoying them. And the third book, I don't know if it changed its pace or kind of how it was written, but that book dragged for so long. It wasn't even that big of a book and it took me like 30 days to finish. So to say the least, it was just not a win. So those were my 5 books I really did not enjoy this year. I mean, each to their own. If you enjoyed it, go for it. Now, because it is New Year's Eve and I would, like to pretend like I'm going to be a really good booktuber in the year 2016. These are my goals for 2016. I would like to read 65 books. I might be insane because am I going to have more time to read when a tiny baby comes? Very doubtful. But I am hoping that I can read a lot of ebooks. I don't know. We'll find out. We might have to assess this halfway through the year and decide, you a crazy woman and you're going to read 30 books. I would also like to read the entire Vampire Academy series. I have read the first book. It has been finished. So I think that it's a possibility to actually read all of the books. I think there's 6, just 6. Maybe I will fly through those really quickly. Who knows? And my last goal is to reread the Seven Realms books because Cinda Williams-Chioma is releasing a new book in the same realm of world, and I'm really excited about that. This is one of my favorite books from 2014, was that series. So I plan on rereading that and maybe actually getting the whole Warrior Heir series read before the next book comes out in the Seven Realms world because I really enjoyed them. My only other goal for the year 2016 is to only buy books as I'm reading them because I still have quite the pile of to-read books that I haven't gotten to yet. And because most of the time I've only been reading before bed, in the dark, I've only been really using my ebook because it's got a backlight and no one wants to fight with a flashlight or book light in the middle of the night under the blankets. I hope you guys are all doing really great, and I hope you forgive me for my kind of long absence. And I'm going to do my best to get back to once a week. Maybe I will change the day if I can find time, maybe on evenings or something. I don't know. I will try my best, but we will continue to be changing location because somewhere in the next 5 months there will be a baby room in here and probably not a desk. So maybe we'll move to my bedroom until my office is done. I mean, when will I even have time to go down there? Oh, good golly. I hope you guys are all doing super great. Having a great happy new year. See you guys later. I'm gonna go see the ice castle tonight here in Edmonton. Talk to you guys later. Bye.